And we are live!
Hi, hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to be here together today to talk about having a healthy, happy back to school for you and your family this fall. And so let's go ahead and introduce ourselves, and then we'll talk about what we are going to be sharing today. I'm Jodie Solberg, and I am a certified master hypnotherapist. I'm also a hypnobirthing educator and a Golding Sleep Talk Method consultant. And what I do is I help teach you how to speak into your own as well as your children's subconscious mind for more positive behaviors, optimal health and development, just better results all the way around. Peace, calm, and harmony in yourself and in your household. And Eva, do you want to share a little bit about you?
Yes, I would love to. I always get so fascinated when you talk. For the people who don't know who I am, Evangelia. I'm a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, herbalist healer, and I am also a holistic women's and family health coach and provide natural remedies and holistic practices. And I can also teach you to become an amazing alchemist by turning simple herbs into herbal remedies that keep you and your family safe during the cold and flu season, not only this year, but the next and the next and the next, which saves you a lot of money, time, energy, and your sanity because you won't have sleepless nights.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes a huge difference. And I always get so fascinated also when we talk because of everything that you do. And I've done a little bit of dabbling in that. And I'm so excited to try one of your recipes that I just got from you. And I know you're going to share more about that later. But let's talk about kind of the challenges that families tend to run into when it comes to fall and kind of back to school, because we've all been running around outside, generally a little more healthy over the summer, right? We're getting all that sunshine and we're not in closed spaces. The kids aren't bringing home all the germs. And so, what is it that you see when we go into fall and kind of back to school that keeps coming up for people?
Well, the most thing that truly comes up is because, we are having our cocktails and our margaritas and our coconut. And the truth is, we don't think about, the tummy bugs, the colds, the flus, the otitis, the coughs, etc. But the truth is, from a Chinese medicine perspective, is that we build our shield, our immune system, in the summer. So in August is the perfect time to build that immune system. So once you get back, and in September, you will start seeing the effects because your kid won't come home with a cough and a cold so easy because you already built that up gradually. So you have built a shield for preventative care. And
Mm.
if it's not, you didn't think about it, then it's okay. And something that I do want to point out is like, you don't need to be an expert herbalist to make healing potions and lotions. If you have the right support and the right guidance, you can make them. So it's really, really important to, and how powerful and confident you are if you would have recipes on hand and herbs. Then it's like a lot of things that I get asked is like, yeah, but which herbs do I use? Like, there are so many. And, then they're getting overwhelmed. And the truth is, each season has their own herbs.
Mhm.
So one of them that you also love is elderberries.
I do.
So
Yeah.
elderberries on its own is a powerhouse for immune system. It's a great in antioxidants. It's rich in vitamins. It tastes sweet, so kids will love it to take it. Like my kids think it's syrup, and they want to drink it like all day if they could. And you can make with one herb, so elderberries, for example, you can make elderberry syrup. You can make elderberry gummies. You can make ice lollipops. You can make popsicles like ice cream. There's so many options that you can make with one herb, but you need the right guidance to start making these. And you will, okay, everybody, I think you and I both know in the beginning we suck. It's just true. But you get confident because once you see the result, and it's like, oh, I want to do more of that, right? And then
Hmm.
you get a cough, and then you can tackle that. And then you got a cold, and you can tackle that. And then you got a tummy bug. Guess what? You can tackle that as well. So how would that be for you if you had that herbal cabinet in your home, even with, vinegar and oxymels and garlic and onions. Like, all these things are for our immune system. So it doesn't need to be very expensive and complicated. And if you don't do that, then you will have the doctor visits that cost you a lot. You can go to the special meetings, or you can go to work because your kid is sick, so you're losing from there. Maybe if you need to go, you need to hire a nanny, which again costs you money. So it's more of, what do you truly want to invest on the higher end, if you don't invest right now. Like, every year it comes back. And every year your kids get 1, 2, or maybe 3 calls a year, or even maybe more.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of time, energy, money, right? And just not being very happy, right? A lot of being
No,
miserable at home. And, some people just literally look at it as it's just part of it. Like, it has to be, and that's not the case. It doesn't have to
no.
be that because you have kids, you're going to be sick all the time. I remember when I was working with kids every day, all day. And that was just an accepted thing. Like, oh, you're just going to be sick all of the time. And what I learned after that was that no, you don't have to. Like you said, if you build up that immune system, and how empowering is it that we can do that for ourselves? That there's actually things
Exactly.
that we can make and that are simple, but really, really powerful and effective. You don't have to just take the pharmaceuticals all the time. And that's something that
No.
I love, like you said about elderberry. The reason why you were sharing that is because I planted an elderberry bush this year, and I am getting just enough berries for one little batch of elderberry syrup. It's the very first year. It's a baby little bush, but I love doing things like that. It's so fun,
But
and
and how
it's something
does it make you feel? Like, it does
it
feel
feels,
so
yes,
empowerment,
it feels
right?
so empowering. Yeah, to be like, oh, I can create this out of the things that I can grow. And you don't have to have a ton of space. And you can obviously, order there. You have resources where people can order things too if they're not growing them. But it was just so fun to be able to say, hey, I get to make this batch for myself for the fall so that myself and my family can stay healthy. And I love that there's
Exactly.
things that we can do. And that's what I teach too. I teach parents that there are things that they can do. Sometimes we get really busy, overwhelmed, stressed, and feeling like we're powerless, but we're so much more powerful than we think we are. There are things we can do. And when we
True.
focus on that, like what can we do versus what's not working or what isn't going well, then we shift our
Exactly.
mindset.
Control the things you can control, and
That's right.
let loose the things you can't control.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
And on my side, when we're talking about back to school, there's a lot of stress, there we're shifting
Yeah.
up those, like you said, we've been sitting there with our like margaritas and our popsicles and going to the lake and playing outside. And it's been great.
Exactly.
And then you go back to this like hustle, lifestyle of like, okay, now you're back on like the scheduled routines. You have to get your kids back on their routines for school. There's that rush in the morning and everybody's trying to get everywhere. And then there might be some stress or emotions coming up with your kids with going back to school. They might, have some struggles with focus or attention or friendships or new teachers,
Bullying.
transitions could be hard. Yeah, exactly. All of the things, right? Depending on what age they are, there's always something that can be a challenge
True.
that can
That's so
come up.
true.
Yeah. So whether they're, 18 months and going into their first like preschool, or they're 18 years and going into their senior year, there's always something that can come up. And that, sometimes we feel like, well, what can I do? Or I'm trying to say these things to my kids and they're not listening, or it feels like a confrontation or a conflict, or I'm getting back talk, or it's just not absorbing. And so I teach parents, during these transitions in whatever kinds of ages and stages their kids are in, how to just make little tweaks, how to shift the things that they're saying so that they're speaking into their kids' subconscious, so that they are working with them versus at cross purposes. And, there's that
Exactly.
conflict.
I love how you work on a deeper level. You work
Yeah,
really on a deeper level. So you not just educating the kids, but also really the parents of how can I say it a little bit different so my kid truly understands what I'm trying to cross over.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's really
It's so
powerful
important
because
to
as a
absorb.
parent, you feel like sometimes, oh, like you said, the back talk, or then it's this, or then it's that. And sometimes, you get like, and then you want to do other things you don't want to do. But you have really, really great techniques. So, people, if you're there listening right now and watching this, Jodie is amazing in really getting into your subconscious and unsubconscious level and really get those challenges out of the way.
Thank you. Yeah. And, I can also teach you a technique that's amazing that takes literally not even 3 minutes a day, where you don't have to have a confrontation with your kids. You don't have to deal with the back talk. You don't have to tell them to clean their room for the 5 millionth time. It's something where you can literally speak into them when they're at their most receptive. And it's literally part of your bedtime routine. It just takes a few minutes a night. And guess what? It makes such a huge difference. We are programmed from a super young age, and it's not always intentional. It can be just things that kids take and internalize. It could be something a teacher said, it could be something they saw on TV, it could be something a bully
And it's
said.
triggering them.
Exactly. Who knows, right? And it creates this like
Mhm.
limiting or negative self-belief about themselves, their
Mhm.
situation, the world, whatever it is. And we don't even know that that's there a lot of the time. And so learning how, excuse me, to speak into their subconscious mind to unravel those negatives and to really lift up the positive. So it's uplifting, it's helping them to boost their self esteem, their confidence. We're talking about being empowered and feeling confident. It's really speaking unconditional love and acceptance and secure attachment. And that's huge. That makes such a huge difference because when, I work with people who 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later are still dealing with stuff from their childhood. And so, how amazing is it that not only can you help build your family's, health and immune system, that physical well-being, you can also really boost their mental and emotional well-being from the very beginning. When we do these things now foundationally, then as we get older, as our kids get older, they're set up for success. They've learned these healthy habits, both mentally
Exactly.
and
I just wanted to say it becomes a habit. And
yeah.
those are really great habits to have in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And so, again,
Powerful.
focusing on those things, what can we do? And so, I
Exactly.
know we both have programs going on right now that are helping people with that transition and to back to school. But we also have free gifts for everybody today, which I'm excited about. So we're gonna drop those for you because I was able to download the recipes. So you have a free gift with 4 recipes for people to try, just a sampling of, hey, this is, some of the things that I can teach you, which I love that you have that as a sample. And I do the same thing. So I also have a free guide to 5 things, just little tweaks again. And I tell you why, right? What kind of the why behind the tweaks that you can say to your kids for positive behavior and high self-esteem. So we're going to drop those links for everybody so you can check those out. And then you'll be able to learn more about the things that we can help you with to empower you as parents to help your family, right? To really support yourself because we have to take care of ourselves first and foremost. And then we can take care of our families at our best, right? And so I know sometimes people, like you said, just say, oh, it's just part of it. We're just sick all the time in the fall, or on that, parenting and mental emotional end. sometimes we kind of beat ourselves up for the things that we say, and that, we want to do something different. We want to learn how to say something different or get a different result, but we don't know how. And so I feel like these are things that are just going to be really supportive for everybody that's watching. So I'm going to go ahead and drop those in the comments right now, and then I'll put them up on the screen so y'all can see those too. So my free guide is going to be, there we go, at learnsleeptalk.com/free guide. So you can go there and you can download that. It's going to take you to those 5 things. And then it's also, after you download that guide, it's going to give you an invitation to watch a free workshop on how to speak into your child's subconscious mind. So you can check that out. And then let me grab Eva's link for her free herbal recipe cards. I'm so excited about those. It's going to be so fun for everybody to check them out. Like I said, it was very inspiring for me with my new little elderberry bush, because I didn't have a recipe yet. I knew I wanted to do it, but I didn't know how. So here we go. So I'm going to pop that up to, let me find it. There we go. So these will be in the comments of the video. We'll make sure we drop them everywhere that this is going, so that you all can click the links and check those out. So we have the free herbal recipe cards. And then I know that if they watch my workshop after they download my free guide, I have a special coupon code in there for my program that's going to help people to, learn how to speak into their kids' subconscious minds. But Eva has a fabulous new program that she is having a special deal on too. And so I want to put the link in for that, because it's a 6-week program that is going to help you learn how to keep your family healthy. So you want to explain what your 6-week program is all about?
Sure. First of all, Jodie has a coupon code on this, so you get a great and amazing discount on it till early bird, so the 31st, and then the price goes up. So take advantage of it. It's a 6-week live program. This was an online course that I made, and I got amazing feedback. But because due of COVID, you can buy a course, but you're not disciplined, and then you take one lesson and then you watch 2, and then you fall back and you don't do anything. And this time around, I made it in a live program. So I'm going once live each week, and it has a duration of 1 hour, where I'm breaking up. One lesson is really about the benefits of it, and second lesson is about making the herbal elixirs and tonics for preventative care, but also treating the common ailments that we have. And the beauty of this is it's based on the kids, but everything I share is also for yourself, because what I do for my kids, I also use it on myself, but just a different dosage. Yeah. Then we have a lesson as well that really makes you an herbal apothecary. So you're set up with the essential oils that you need for the fall, cold, and flu season. You'll be set up with magnesium oil, and that's what I wanted to share. I'm going to share the recipe already, because it's really amazing to implement that in Jodie's bedtime routine. Is that if you want to have implemented her bedtime routine, you're going to make a magnesium oil with 1 cup of magnesium chloride flakes with 1 cup boiled water, and then you add 2-3 drops of essential oil, lavender or chamomile, or if you have both of them. So keep it simple, don't think too much about it. And then every night before they go to bed, put a spray, shake it before, so the essential oils also get activated, and you spray on the bottom of their feet, on their spine, and the inner side of their pulse. So it's calming because of the essential oils, but magnesium is an essential mineral that we need for our immune system and a lot of other things for our health. So that's another thing that I just wanted to share. And the thing is, after the 6th week, you will be so confident in making your own healing potions and lotions, and have that apothecary, so you know exactly what you're going to do. And you know preventative, how to care for your kids and yourself, but you also need how to treat yourself and your kids. And this will save you a lot of anxiety, overwhelming, a lot of doctor visits that cost a lot of money, your time, because as we said earlier in the conversation, having a sick kid at home, you can go to work, so that's how many days they can go to school, so you need to do their homework with them, you need to nourish them also, maybe you even have a baby that you need to take care of, so it gets too overwhelming and you just don't know where to go and where to look at. And this program, I will literally hold you hand by hand and tell you what we're going to do. So at the end of the program, you will be a modern alchemist, how I like to say it, and you will prevent yourself a lot of money, time, and energy this fall season, but also the next and the next and the next, because you get an invaluable skill set, and that's making herbal medicine.
That is fantastic. I love that you're equipping people with tools they're going to use forever. And that's where we just get along so well, and we have so much synergy in what we do, because I know in my program for parents, it's a longer program. It's a 6-month program, but we do monthly check-ins. And so I teach them first, I'm supplying those statements, right? I'm teaching them how to speak into their kids' subconscious mind. So they're doing that nighttime routine, but then they're also reinforcing during the day, of course. And they're starting to see changes, and we're assessing the changes along the way. But then, we have those monthly Q&A calls, and they're checking in, and we're, really hands-on with that. And they can contact me anytime in between with feedback or questions. But then by the time we're done with that 6-month program, it's exactly what you're talking about. I'm teaching them a recipe, basically, how to craft statements for their kids. And so how to craft really customized statements. So we start off with the foundational pieces, and then we dive deep into, okay, what are those really big things that you want to see positive change around? What are those primary areas that where, your kids need a little help and support, whether that is focus and learning, or that is behavior, or it is potty training, or anger and tantrums, or defiance, whatever it is that's going on. It's nice because I teach you how to craft these statements using these recipes of how to speak into your kids' minds for those positive results. And then you can literally use that forever. And the beautiful thing is, just like you were saying with your recipes, they're using them for their kids, but they're also using them for themselves. And so they're getting their own inner child healing. They're getting their own words that they're saying to their kids. They're hearing them. It's all these beautiful things that we all wish we had growing up or had more of. And so it's
exactly
because it's this gift that lasts a lifetime and even generations, because when people learn these healthy habits for themselves now, they're truly able to then pass those on to the next generation, but then their kids are passing them on to other people and their own kids in the future. And so, so
and
for
that's
my
what we both do. Exactly. We are unconsciously and consciously uplifting the threshold.
That's right. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? That generational healing and just building wealth through health and wellness is huge. Absolutely. And so, like I said, you're going to also get a coupon code with my program. Just go to download that free guide first, and then you'll get taken to the workshop, and it will give you a $300 off coupon code, which is awesome. And so we're both offering you amazing deals today. So you can download that, take a look at the programs that we have to offer. Take advantage of those deals while you can, while we're offering those for back to school. And try out the statements in my free guide. Try out some of the recipes in Eva's guide. Check out those things. And I guarantee you're going to want more, because I know I was looking at her 4 recipes. I'm like, okay, I need to learn how to do this. Because like I said, I've dabbled. And I feel like we've all kind of dabbled in little things like that, or we've been interested in it, but we didn't really know where to start. And so it's so beautiful that you're going to be taking everybody step by step through that whole process. And I love how you put that, becoming your own alchemist. You get to create these remedies through these herbs. And like you said, it's different for every season. So you can learn and have this whole like little toolbox of things that are your
Exactly.
go-tos forever.
And
So
and what
it's
I
amazing.
love about both of our programs is we both are really there for you. Like, you can contact us, even if we would love have the feedback once you did one of my recipe or the guide that Jodie is mentioning. And that's what I love, because you can take a course and you put it aside, but we both are here for you. We are, you can be accountable with us. But first of all, you need to be willing to invest in your health and as I say, your biggest wealth is your health.
Yeah,
And a quote
absolutely.
that I posted today, and it's so true, and it goes to mental health, it goes to physical health in general, your well-being. You can have 1,000 problems and one
Mhm.
health problem. Then all the 1,000 problems disappear and you get one problem.
Yeah. Wow. Mhm. That's powerful. Yeah, it's so, so important to prioritize, right? Our health and well-being, physical, mental, emotional, the whole thing.
Exactly.
That is everything. Absolutely. So thank you for joining me to have this conversation
Thank you for
today. It was
having
so
me.
fun. Thanks for everybody for watching. And yeah, we'll make sure that you have the links to all the guides and all the deals and all the fun things, because we do, like you said, want to support as much as we can. We want to help others. We want to help families. We want to help you to be healthy, happy, and whole this season and beyond. So thanks so much again,
Exactly.
everybody. And we hope
Thank
we will
you.
see you soon. Take care.